Okay, I wanted to show everybody how to take care of your back. Okay, almost everybody has back trouble at one time or another. In your later years, it might get serious. Like I wound up with 2 herniated discs in my back. A couple of years ago, I discovered that after I had a horrible back episode that I wound up going to the emergency room, and they took an x-ray and they said I had 2 herniated discs, and it took me about 2 weeks to get over it. And the reason why it happened was that I was neglecting my back because ordinarily I engage in a particular exercise. And what you're looking at here is something called a tower. Okay. This is something that came out of this guy, Pete Egoskew's playbook. He is a physical therapist out of San Diego. So I'll show you his book. Just take note of this. There it is. The Egoskew Method of Health Through Motion. Pete Egoskew. Okay. This guy is a physical therapy genius. Okay. He's totally against any kind of invasive surgery, and he can correct just about any muscular skeletal problem that you have through different types of stretching and different kinds of stretching exercises. But the main thrust of his program involves this thing called the tower. Okay. And I'll tell you the way you use it. The tools you need are, you get 2 of these, basically they're foot pedals, right? If you put them on your foot, they look like that. Okay. And what you do is you lay down on the floor. I'm on a yoga mat. There's my yoga mat. Ordinarily, you have a foam block. Okay, but I'm using a basket turned upside down, right, with a pillow on it. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to lay down. You put your foot up on top. Okay, this is kind of awkward, I know. You put your foot up on top, right, and then you put your opposite leg at a right angle, like that, right? And then you stay there. Now, he recommends 15 minutes per level. So this thing has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 levels. But I find that just like 3 to 5 minutes at each level does the trick. Because who's got 7 times 15 minutes on one side and then 7 times 15 minutes on the other side? Who's got that kind of time, right? I sure don't. So I just do 3 to 5 minutes at each level. And I do this approximately once per week. Or when I start to feel, my back go out, there's a very distinct feeling I'll get, a little pull in the lower back. And I can say, oh, okay, I did something wrong, and now my back's a little out of alignment. All right. And so I need to do the Egoskew Tower. And let me tell you, I can't recommend this enough. It totally keeps my back from being thrown out. I mean, my back has not been thrown out since that time, maybe 3 years ago, when I wound up in the ER. And before that, when I was regularly doing this, it never went out, right? So it's well worth it. It's actually kind of relaxing. You just put on some nice music. You can read. You can do this, that, and the other thing while you're moving through the different levels, right? He also has a whole other program to keep your body in line but it's pretty extensive, and a lot of the stretching I already do anyway. So anyways, I just wanted to run that by everybody because I know virtually everybody sometime in their life has a a back problem, and believe me, this is the way to correct it. Even very severe back problems. This is actually called passive stretching. So basically, what you're doing is you're allowing your spine to passively move into a proper alignment. Okay. And as it does this, it just completely corrects the spine dislocation, right? And you're good to go for quite a while until you do something foolish, or until just everyday life, bending over, picking things up, starts to move your spine out of alignment. And that's why you want to do this maybe once every 2 weeks or once a week. I like to do it once a week, and that seems to do the trick. So here's what it looks like from afar. So this is my setup. Like I said, you can buy a foam block that'll keeps your your opposite leg at a right hand angle from the Egoscue. You can get a tower and the little foot stirrups. I forget how much they cost, but the whole package is somewhere around $100. But man, it is totally worth it. So if you have a back problem, I recommend this totally.